Boker Tov, Yom Tov, Zarim Tovim, and Laila Tov. Good morning, good day, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Carrie, and I'm going to speak from my heart today regarding the name Yahshua. It's interesting to see that Yahshua, as it is written in Hebrew, is the same as the tetragrammaton, which is a Greek word that speaks of the four letters. That is Yod-He, Vav-He. I've shared with you before that this is the pre-incarnate Yahshua and Sophia, that they are the seraphim messengers, teachers over this world, the God of this world, to help assist the fallen angels, the cherubim, that are of the Elohim, that fell in their consciousness and came here to experience their creation. Yeshua's name is the same as a tetragrammaton, but it has a sheen right in the middle. Sheen isn't necessarily connected to the heart. It just means consume, and is connecting to the consuming fire of God. However, because it is placed in the center of Yod-He Vav-He, it does connect to our heart. Because in the center of every single word, if you actually look up the definition for heart in Hebrew, leb, which is lamed bet, it means the center of anything. It also means heart, but part of it, the word leb, means the center of anything. So in the center of Yod-He Vav-He is the consuming fire of God. And when you write that out, Yod-He Shin Vav-He, you have Yahshua. And I find this interesting because it is written in the scriptures in different places differently, as it encapsulates the word to come for help, meaning aiding in the time of need and help. Because the root of Yod-He Shin Vav-He is Chaya, to be, to become, to come to pass, which is the same root for I am. It just morphs differently. And you wouldn't see these movements, and you wouldn't be able to understand what these movements were unless you were digging into the language themselves and looking into the sacred writings. So Haya, the two revelations that give you power in the center of your being, in order to be, to become, and to come to pass, then becomes Ayah, or Eye, I am, when the letter Aleph is put on the front of the word, which then means I am one. So we translate it as I am, we speak it as I am, but really the completeness of that word would be I am. And we are introduced to that. I am one. So Yod-He Vav-He is meant to show us the way of one. Because Yod-He Vav-He, the tetragrammaton, has two He's in it, plus the Yod. It's just in mixed order, but it has a Vav added to it, which means connect. So a vision is going to be presented to you to give you power, means, and a direction, to reveal how to connect to the second revelation. This is mother and father. Mother needs to present the vision to you so that you have the power and means and direction to go through the process. Because then what we have left is He Vav He. And whenever a yod is presented, it's waiting for you to connect to it because it is vision. So vision has to be given to you, a direction to head, but it isn't something that will manifest unless you do something with it. You must connect to it and you must activate it. So what do we see with the sheen? The sheen is that consuming fire within the heart. So when we go through Mother and Father, Yod-He, and then Vav-He, and we connect to it in our heart level, then we have the consuming fire of God within our heart. That is Yod-He, Shin, Vav-He, because the promise in the root is to be, to come, and to come to pass. And every single one of us are born with this potentiality. But it is through our activation that it must be manifested. So when we see Yahshua in the New Testament, it's a different spelling. And most people don't know this because if you don't dig into the Aramaic writings, you would not see what his name was and why. So the Yod Shin, so we have Yod. So remember, so if it was Yod He Shin Vav He, Yahshua in the New Testament is Yod Shin Vav Ayin. So what's going on here? This will be interesting for you to connect with. His given name did not have the twin revelations in it. Yes, he is Yod He Shin Vav He. But when he came in flesh form, the incarnated Yod He Vav He, the Yod He Shin Vav He, the twin revelations were missing. He was not born with these revelations. He had to learn them, just like us, in order to know who he was and is. Yod Shin, the first two letters of his name, means a being of substance, to exist. To exist is a being of substance, one who has vision and fire. So he came with the fire. He was to be led by a vision. The second portion is Vav Ayin. So, as a being of substance who was given a vision, the consuming fire that burns up the beast ego nature, he had to Vav, he had to connect to it, which then leads us to the Ayin, which is the eye. And it means to see. The fountain within, to see the whole landscape and how to deal with the flesh nature. So he was not born with these revelations. As much as we like to think that he came in and he had all of this revelation, he had to learn it, he had to be instructed, and it had to be revealed to him, because that's what the He means. So literally what he had to do is he had to come as a being of substance. He had to burn up his ego nature. He had to connect within in order to have the eyes to see. The other thing that is hidden, Shin Vav Ayin, means rock. Here's the rock. On this rock, I will build my church. Shua. It also means a call for help. So the vision comes to those who are crying out for help so that they can find the rock to stand their feet upon, so that the consuming fire can take care of their beast ego nature, so they can connect to the eye to be able to see. And at that point, this is when you can see Yod He, Shin, Vav He. The trouble is that there were people that wanted to keep you from the sacred name, Yahshua. And through translations, it seemed like the God of the Old Testament was different from the God of the New Testament, and that is absolutely not correct. I am the same today, yesterday, and forever. I change not. Only our perceptions change. That's it. So when we allow Yahshua to teach us that which he learned, the twin revelations that reveal Yod He, Vav He, we too can become in the likeness of the one that was sent to show us the way, so that we can be I am, Eye, Asher Eye, the Hayah, to be, to come, and come to pass as one through the twin teachings of Mother and Father, Yod He, divine masculine, Vav He, divine feminine, so we too can have the fire within our heart. Then we match the frequency of Yahshua as Yod He, Shin, Vav He, with fire burning in our hearts, becoming just like the seraphim messengers that raised us up. Shalom, shalom, and namaste.